we're back. That's right. We really are back. I am your host, Wayne, and sitting around this world are
Adam, Rum,
and we are the Metal Hand of God podcast. That's right. The most dangerous podcast on the planet.
Dangerous.
Danger! Danger! Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with. Sorry.
So much is going on since I've been last on the show.
A lot is going on since I've been on the show.
So this is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I haven't been on the show for probably weeks. I don't think.
Really?
I don't think so.
Wow, it's been crazy.
Wayne, you were on the show last week.
Yeah, I was. I did a show with Kevin last week. Yeah.
I haven't been on the show since
before Christmas.
Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's now after Christmas.
It is. It is. Christmas has gone and passed.
New Year.
And New Year. Happy New Year to you, my friends. Been a while. Yeah, it's been a lot of crazy shit, dude. This is the first time I think the three of us have been on in over a month together.
Longer than that.
Really?
You haven't had internet in a long time.
Yeah, well, 2 months. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Wow, it's fucking nuts.
So the world. Apparently, it's a shithole.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and I have to agree.
That's what I've learned so far this month.
Yeah, me too. And I think it's hysterical because if you call something a shithole, you are racist. Do not forget that. Be careful now.
Be careful.
You are a racist person if you think anything is a shithole.
I'm so just done with all this shit. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Trump says things that people should say when they're the president of the United States.
Agreed.
But one, no one actually heard him say this.
Right.
Like, this wasn't a closed meeting. Two, the countries he was talking about are shitholes.
No, that's what to me. That's what really makes me laugh about it. I'm like, God, would you guys go spend a month there or something? You want to go to Haiti? Go ahead.
You know, I once listened. Oh, Jesus Christ, that goes back.
I'm not getting an echo, so you're good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It's annoying the fuck out of me.
It's making you confused.
I once heard Wyclef Jean talk about his life. And he was saying he grew up in Haiti. His father came over, and later, a few years later, brought him over. I don't really know exactly how all that worked, but they lived in a part of Haiti that was, when I use the term dirt poor,
right.
They were dirt poor. He what he described in his childhood was he literally was, they were so starved that sometimes they would eat dirt so they would have something in their stomach.
Wow. That is dirt poor.
And they had never heard of planes. So he thought those were giant birds flying over.
Man, that's pretty fucking terrible.
Now, I'm not saying all Haitians are like that.
No.
However, that happened in Haiti. It is a shithole. Now, which isn't the same as saying, like, no one from Haiti should come over. But
no.
Like, that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand what the discussion's even about. They're just like, oh, Donald Trump's being racist again. Yep. What they were talking about was, like, a visa lottery, which basically means, like, you prioritize certain countries, like taking people from certain countries. And, like, the argument against it is that we should have merit-based merit-based immigration, which means that if you're from Haiti and you're a doctor,
come on over.
Yes, but if you're from Haiti and you shit in a hole somewhere,
or you murder people,
that too,
right?
You shouldn't be allowed over. But so he's arguing for countries like South Korea, where or looking more at, well, if you're going to have visa lottery, he's saying you should look at more at countries like South Korea. He also mentioned Norway, where they're far more westernized,
right?
And they'd immigrate. I mean, they'd assimilate into America easier.
Yeah, I completely understand where he was coming from, and honestly, you know, I mean, like I told my boss earlier in the week, I was like, it just pisses me off because it's like, okay, I think New Orleans is a shithole. So does that make me a racist? I mean,
yes.
I'm like, come on, man. our city is a shithole. It really is. It's not a great place. It's fun to visit. People like to come visit. That's awesome. If you like to get fucking hammered and get stuff thrown at your face, Mardi Gras stuff, that's fucking perfect. You want to see titties on the street? Who doesn't want to see titties on the street? I mean, I do. It's cool. It's awesome. But I mean, we do have one of the highest murder rates. We have the lowest in schools here. Job opportunities suck. I mean, it's...
We get it. Nuance is a shithole.
Right. But I'm just saying...
Did you get it?
Rum? Where is Rum? Uh-oh. Did we lose Rum? I mean, he's there. I still see him. I don't know what's going on.
There you go, Rum.
All right, there's Rum. I see him. Hey, Rum, what you doing?
I'm here.
Oh, I see you now. Now I can hear you. How you doing?
Good.
All right. Now, can you answer the questions that we asked you?
I said, yeah, I'm following.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Were you using sign language when you fucking answered the first time?
No, I was talking the whole time. I don't know why you couldn't hear me.
No, he was using Skype, which is just as good as sign language most of the time.
It's like Braille for the computer.
It is.
I'm not to move on from what you were talking about, but I'm so sick of these fucking companies like Skype and like YouTube just announced like they're screwing more small creators out of money, and I'm so ready for people to come up with better systems and this shit.
Yeah.
Skype, how often, Rum, do you have to update your fucking Skype?
Let's find out after. I just got my computer back today, but I was updating every week.
Yeah, it was like every time we did a show, we all had to update.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have to update that often, which is weird, like how some people have to update more than others. But the shit updates all the time, and it never fucking works. And I don't understand why it doesn't fucking work. And honestly, look, if they wanted to charge money for the shit to work, like $5 a month, $10 a month, just for the sake of the show, I'd probably be like,
let's do it.
Fuck it. That's fine.
Yeah, as long as it would work. I'd be fantastic. I'd be okay with dropping an extra $5 or whatever it is for Skype that worked.
But I'm just so sick of these shithole. Let's use the word shithole. It doesn't really work. But shithole companies that we rely on, but the shit never fucking works right, or they're fucking assholes behind that run it. Yeah, Jesus Christ! This is how many people need Skype? Everybody fucking uses Skype.
That's right.
Why doesn't this shit work? Why?
Because it's a shithole.
Again, I'll pay money. I'll give a little money. Just not to deal with this bullshit.
Yes.
All right, so we've covered that.
Yes, that's why I love the three of us on together. It's so good.
And we're moving on from the subject.
All right.
Wayne, you said you had a great story.
I have an interesting story that happened to me at work yesterday. All right, so for those of you who know us and know me, I know that I work as a veterinary technician, and I've been doing it for 20-something years. So this is really something that I've never encountered before after 20 years. So this is really weird. So me and Paul, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Paul,
Paul, the guy, Paul.
Everybody knows Paul.
Yeah, one of the apostles.
Actually, I know Rum knows Paul because Paul doesn't sit down, and Rum just has a problem with that.
Nobody.
That's right. All right. I believe I've met Paul those Fords as well. So
I've met Paul.
I know. But anyway, so we're getting ready to go see this dog. It was a Labrador puppy.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, no, he's a little bit older. He's probably he's more closer to a year.
Well, that's still cute. I like
Big
dogs.
And so it was just for a weight. So we got him on the scale, got a weight on him. And then the guy and the girl go, "Oh, can you guys trim his nails?" We're like, "Sure, no problem. That's not a big deal." So I go down to the dog's level to grab his paws and get ready to clip his nails. And Paul is holding his head. I look at this dog, and this dog has the largest hard-on in the entire world. Wait, it gets better. I'm talking 20-ounce Coke drink dick sticking out, veiny, just looking at Paul hey, I'm gonna fucking rape you with this dog dick, right? And I'm like,
this is starting to sound like you had some kind of fantasy.
No, this is the truth. And I'm sitting there.
You're really looking at this dick. You're being very descriptive.
Well, you have to understand. I'm on the floor by his feet. I'm cutting his nails, dude. So his dick is like right in my fucking eye view.
In your face.
And my boss is standing behind me and he's laughing. I can hear him laughing, that son of a bitch, but he was turned the other way. All right. So he's laughing. Paul's got a big grin on. The dog is getting excited. The dog starts shooting jizz all over the floor. Like, he just starts dog coming like a machine gun.
I'm grossed out,
dude.
I'm severely grossed out.
So was I. I'm sitting there going, "Oh my god!"
No. You're laughing. Rum and I are horrified at this.
I am throwing up a little bit in my mouth right now.
So the dog is making dog
and
puppies.
He keeps going.
I'm gonna finish the story. The dog is making dog puppies, right, on the floor, and then the girl who was with the man with the dog goes, "Oh, look, he's peeing all over." And I lost it. I said, "Yeah, he is." And then Dr. Joe comes up and he says, "Yeah, we've had all kind of interesting things on the floor today." I was like, "You motherfucker." And I just couldn't. That's my story. It was dog cum all over the floor.
And all over you.
No, not on me at all. Not on me at all.
Your hair.
Sure.
No,
it was like a Krispy Kreme donut.
It was aiming towards Paul's leg because I think he really liked Paul and was super excited about it. And yeah, it was.
Adam, I'm really grossed out.
I am too. I just ate.
I've never experienced this in my entire career. A dog getting that exciting and shooting off on somebody. It was weird.
Wayne, can I tell you this is the happiest you've sounded in like months?
It's the happiest I sounded because I'm on the show with you guys. That's not because of the cum story.
And this is the story you open with.
Well, what do you want me to do? You want me to open up with something other? Today, some people died. No, I wanted something crazy.
I mean, to all of our audience that are still with us after that,
yes,
I sincerely apologize. I
apologize.
Dog jizz, open up the show.
Okay, all right. Well,
sorry.
we'll move on.
Still sticky.
Sorry.
Let's slowly back away from that wonderful story.
In 2 weeks, we play with Green Jello. Is that a good story? Is that a story?
That's
good. I mean, it's a better story than a dog jizzed everywhere with his Coke bottle dick.
It was funny. I'm sorry. You had to be there, man.
No, I don't.
well, this is a podcast. By definition, they weren't there.
I know. Sorry. It was funny. I enjoyed it.
None of us were there.
I enjoyed my story.
I bet you did.
My story was funny.
Congratulations on Green Jello.
Yes.
I'm sure they're happy to follow up after Doggy Jizz.
They are. Because, I mean, have you not seen any of their videos?
No.
Yeah.
Do they have white jizz on Green Jello?
I don't know.
That's their 5th album.
Yeah. No, but we get to play with Green Jello, so that'll be fun.
So where are you going to be at?
Southport Hall.
Wow.
It was at Barataria Live, but Barataria Live closed down, and so since they closed down, they moved it over there.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
Well, since you brought up the music thing, I was going to ask, but I might as well ask now. I was going to ask a little bit later sometime.
Well, ask now, motherfucker.
You're back in the music scene, right? You're doing the band thing, and have you seen? Since I met you, you've been in and out of a band.
I have.
So has the scene changed a little bit to the better?
I see it's actually, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's the better. I've seen a lot of new bands, and a lot of these new bands have become they are starting to be cliquey, like worse than like before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and a lot of these
venues for them, or is it just a small amount of venues?
No, it's less venues now.
Oh, so that's probably. That would explain the clickiness, probably.
Probably so, but a lot of these kids are like these bands that are just starting out. They've probably been around for maybe 6 months to maybe a year.
Oh, they're not old enough to be clicky yet.
And I'm thinking, and then they have huge heads, like not physically huge heads.
Hydrocephalics are.
I stopped you motherfucker.
They need music too,
not physical heads.
Were these huge heads veiny and
like Coke bottles?
Like Coke bottles.
No, man. Yeah. So Yeah, they're like big-headed. These kids think they're the greatest shit. Like, I've actually heard stories from other bands that these guys were saying, you guys should be grateful that you guys played with us. It gave you more exposure and stuff like that. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then the band that they were telling that to has been around for like a year and a half, 2 years. It's so stupid. Like, why do they think this? I don't know, but whatever. It's their business.
Because people just want to be famous now. Like, nobody wants to be great. They just want to be known.
Yeah.
And stroke their ego. And you're a band. I'm sure you're talking about probably young guys, maybe in their early 20s, and all they want is fuck chicks. And some of these girls treat them like they are rock stars, even though like they're the tiniest fish in a small pond. But everybody's, nobody wants to be Hendrix anymore. They just want to be fucking famous for 5 seconds and get money and pussy. And
you're right.
They'll probably not get either in the long run.
You were correct by that whole thing. And
in the long run, they actually just get hepatitis and an unwanted child.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I mean, and I'm not saying anything bad about the bands. I'm not even mentioning their names, but they are good bands. Don't get me wrong. Their music is great. I enjoy, what they put out. It's just, you guys need to really, deflate those fucking heads of their egos, man. That, like, it's not going to get you anywhere. It really isn't.
Well, but how much of that is because there's no, since the music scene isn't really much of a scene and hasn't been for decades, how much of that is because there's no hierarchy of bands where you would have bands that are like have been around for like 10 years and are still working to kind of put them in their place and say, no, you're the freshman. You're not the star football team. You're the freshman.
I mean, I see what you're saying, and it's true. But there are some bands out there that have been around for at least 5.
But not as many as there used to be.
But not, a lot of the older cats have kind of just stepped down, or not really stepped down, but kind of like just not playing anymore. And like the other guys, like myself and the guys in my band, we've just formed new bands, and they're just we take it like this. Look, we're still new on the block. You know what I'm saying? We're not. We may have been in the scene for 20-odd years. We're not going to be fucking like, yeah, bro, you lucky you played with us.
Well, you know what? You should, in all honesty, for as long as all of you guys have been in bands, you shouldn't be walking into it like you're new on the block. This is just a bunch of veterans doing a new project. This is not a new, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't go into it.
Well, what I mean,
you should go in with a bit more confidence in that.
Oh, no, I mean by like as us being new on the block, I meant like the band being new. I don't mean us,
but I mean,
and they all know that.
I think Wayne has a good attitude towards that. I mean, look, and I'm not trying to insult anybody, but the reality is that I think unless you've actually made it as a band, like you have a recording contract and you can actually like afford to tour and stuff like that. I'm not saying that you have to be like top of the chart or something like that, but unless you've actually made it, like you're all just working bands, and nobody should have an attitude like, yeah, we're the king of the hill, because the fucking hill's a fucking ant pile.
Right. Yeah. Oh, so you're better than like 40 other guys that are in garage bands, whatever.
Honestly, and how many of these bands are going to go anywhere just because like they refuse to like learn or help each other out or anything like that? I mean,
or leave.
No, I always say this, man. I told the other band, don't pay those people any mind, whatever. It's big-headed people that are just talking, out of their ass. And I just said, year, 2 years, they may not even be around anymore. You never know. I mean, the bands come and go like fucking, anything. It's just so fast. I've actually, I do a lot of booking, and I've been trying to book bands that I booked a year ago, back at, the place to do another show. And it's like, oh yeah, we're not together anymore. I'm like, oh fuck, what happened?
Yeah.
I mean,
fast, man.
Well, so-and-so didn't get along.
Bass player left.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking bass players.
Always the bass player. It's like they're like, I'm a metal bass. It was like, I want to go back to my jazz roots.
No,
we play more funk. Shut the fuck up.
I find I find the hardest member of a band to get in New Orleans is the drummer. Is the drummer.
Really? Because drummers, when I was in and out of bands, was the easiest one to find.
No, it's
Everybody
the drummer.
had a drum kit.
No, it's a drummer, man. Like out
That's
here.
the reason I played bass. I was like, bass, everybody needs a bassist. So if I'm out as a singer, they got to keep me because they need a bass player.
It's like everybody out here either wants to play guitar or sing.
I think the hardest member is the dog.
The dog is the hardest member.
You know, he had the hardest member.
It's so veiny.
Ew. Why is it so angry?
Touch it, Paul.
Oh, God.
You know, that dog's cock is hanging over all of our heads like Wayne at a...
What?
I don't know where you were going with it.
Like Wayne was clipping our toenails.
I was like, where the fuck did that come from, man? I was like, I'm not hanging over your head.
Well, speaking of Adam.
Yeah.
All right.
Your turn. What happened, man? What's going on?
I got a lot of stuff going on. I haven't been around. Stuff. Oh, that's going to be more difficult.
You fucktard.
Hadn't been a good year for me so far.
Yeah.
Including today.
Oh, what happened today, man?
I was supposed to get a CT scan today. They don't know what it is, but something's going on with my liver.
Oh, well, stop that.
I wasn't I wasn't able to get the CT scan today. I'm going to have to get it tomorrow.
How did they know it's your liver?
Because I don't know. He was showing me the tests, and he's like, if one of these things was elevated, like I wouldn't worry too much. But when all three are elevated, that means something's going on, and it's going on with your liver.
Your ALT and alk-phos and BUN were elevated.
Yeah, he's going to tell you to change your diet.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe so, but I mean, first we got to figure out what it is that's going on.
Well, hopefully it's.
I tell you what part of the problem is: you don't drink enough.
Rum, if you bring up fucking cranberry juice, I will reach through this goddamn Skype.
Dude, I did it to him the other day. I did it in honor of you. He came over to my house and we were hanging out and he was saying some shit and I just said it's because you don't drink enough cranberry juice. That was for you, man. It wasn't recorded, but it was you. It was all you, man.
I tell you what, though, in all honesty, there's a lot of good enzymes and antioxidants and stuff in cranberry juice. It's some good stuff for you, man.
Rum, you just got a piece of metal taken out of your body. You're about to get another one put in.
Yeah, but I can agree. Not a great year. That's
it's not so far anyway.
I did have a story that I've been holding on to for a couple of weeks, and actually, I have a story that's not. It's kind of technically political, but I thought it was funny. But a few weeks ago, my mom wanted to go to breakfast with my brother and my sister-in-law, so we went to this little place on the West Bank. And are y'all hearing that echo?
Nope.
Barely, but it sounds like it's just becoming out of your speakers on your computer.
That sucks.
But nothing. It's not picking up over here.
Okay. So she says like she wants to go to breakfast, so we go out there. I don't know how it came up, but at some point she announces, "I know what I'm getting y'all for Christmas next year."
Jesus Christ, already?
Yeah. And I said, nothing, preferably.
Anal beads.
Dude, it's my mom. Really?
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Anyway. So I said, okay, what? And she says, I'm getting you the Bible on cassette.
You fucking joking, right?
No, she says, I'm getting you the Bible on cassette. And I paused for a minute and I said, okay, first of all, cassette?
That's what I was thinking too.
That's the first thing I thought of.
I said, I was like, go for it. Then I'm guaranteed not to listen to it just for practical reasons. I was like, maybe get me a good 8-track. So anyway, she said, oh, I'm sorry. I said, audiobooks? Yeah, okay. I said, secondly, I'm save your money. I'm not reading the Bible. I'm not listening to it. It's not going to happen.
Come on, man.
And the conversation goes on for a little bit, and she declares that I'm going to go to hell, and I don't believe in God. and all this shit. And I was like, oh, whatever, like, I don't care. Like, all right. And at some point I said, Ma, like, you go to this Bible study every week, and I'm sure that's great, but it must not be a particularly good Bible study, because if you study the Bible, you'd know that you're supposed to go to church.
Yeah. Yes, that's one of those things.
And you don't. So she said, well, I'm going to start.
Oh, good. Well, good for her.
Yeah. Well, I said, okay. I said, Ma, it's Sunday. So you going to church? She said, no, I'm going to a Saints game.
Well, there's Saints, so that's close.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, my little brother started to say something. I said, no. I said, she's right, because Drew Breeses, that's what they call him. I said,
Drew Breeses.
One throws a ball, the other
turns it into
murdered for your sins. Well, pretty much the same thing.
I was gonna say he turns the ball into bread, but you close.
The ball into bread? What?
Yeah, if Drew Breeses throws the ball,
he pitches the loaf.
Then the Jesus turns the ball into the bread to share for everybody.
I think we're back to being gross again.
Why?
But
I'm not talking about a testicle.
Story. And, yeah, she didn't go back to church, by the way. She still hadn't gone to church.
On the 8th day, God made cranberries.
Yes, and you must drink it.
So I did have one other story that I wanted to bring up.
What is it?
I read this morning when I was sitting at work for the 2 hours that they kept us there. And so apparently a sliver of California along the coast going from San Francisco to just past Los Angeles has decided that they want to secede and become New California, much in the way that West Virginia separated from Virginia.
Yes, and they're doing it the correct way. They did everything exactly the way they're supposed to do it, too. They didn't cut corners.
You're right. Here's the problem. The sliver that's cutting off, like they're saying, like, who wants to be taxed this high and mismanaged? And yeah, some of the mismanagement comes from other parts of the state.
California.
But San Francisco and Los Angeles and places like that are teaming with the people that vote for the laws that they're trying to separate from. Like, I mean, San Francisco and Los Angeles, majorly leftist cities. And, Texas has been having a problem for like the last couple of years because Texas is the opposite of California when it comes to governance and taxes and stuff like that. Well, they have all these people from California that are leaving California and moving to Texas, but they're voting for the same laws that fuck up California.
Well, you know part of the reason they're doing it, right?
They hate Mexicans because they're racist?
No. Because
I don't want to be in a shithole.
Because they're falling into the thing under they're getting punished for the sanctuary state shit.
Oh yeah, that's horrible too.
So you're looking at the rural communities, and the sanctuary cities are they're losing their funding.
Like Los Angeles.
Well,
and stuff like that.
though, San Francisco is a sanctuary city.
Yeah.
They just had a big story about an illegal immigrant that he didn't shoot a girl directly, but like he was firing.
But this is like the 6th time he's been arrested in the country and deported. But not the main areas that want to leave are the rural communities. The outside, we're going to find things like Napa Valley.
I agree, but you're still including major cities that are part of the problem.
Some of the cities are split. I mean, I don't know the exact line of what it is, but I'm just saying what it is. That's a big part of it is the loss of funding and government support through programs that they need for equipment for law enforcement, firefighting, that sort of thing. Just infrastructure type money that they need to survive and keep their way of life. But it's a very similar situation that what Catalonia has wanted to secede from Barcelona.
Catalonia.
which has been in the news. It has been a battle for the past 2 or 3 months now. But because one part of the state, one small section of the state was paying for everybody else, basically, because of the taxes and everything. So that 1% was being, it's kind of an opposite direction here. Then this 1% that wants to secede is getting penalized because they can't afford anything and they need the government funding. So it's a weird fucking situation. I hope they get it because I hate California.
Yeah, the as a state and a government, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
actually, I hate a
nothing
lot
about
of
the people. The people are fine; they can be as weird as they want to be. But
no, I take that back. I actually hate a lot of the people there too. A lot of people are douchebags. I like the environment.
Yes, California's a great state. There's a beautiful state. I mean, you can go from like desert plains to beautiful snow-covered mountains. It's a gorgeous state, But you're right. A lot of people. I think it's specific areas primarily of California. When you meet someone from California, they have to compare everything to California, much like people from New York have to compare everything to New York.
New Orleans people are the same way.
I mean, it's like, well, in California, or in New York. We don't do this in New York. It's stupid. That's what you do in New York. Everything is in, it's fucked up. So just whatever, get over yourselves.
There's a voice in the Lego Marvel's Avengers game when you're running around New York, because there's a big, there's a few cities that you can just open-ended run through.
Okay.
And so they have people on the side saying things, and one of the voices is just like, They had a big battle in Washington, D.C. It didn't happen in New York. It didn't happen. And you run past that, and it's kind of funny just because there are a lot of people like that in New York. They're like, it didn't happen in New York. It didn't happen. Oh.
But yeah, that's a really weird story. It's interesting to see something like that happening in this day and age, But
I'd like to see it happen.
I'd like to see what would happen with it. That'd be fine. I don't want to call it New California, though. I think you should call it New Cali, or give it a completely different name.
Mexico.
Or maybe just change the. You got two sections of the same state. Just call it what it is: Sodom and Gomorrah.
Which one's Sodom?
I don't know,
but
I'm sure there's a dog involved.
San Francisco.
Is it a veiny dog?
You know it.
Coke
yes.
bottle dog.
Coke bottle! Was that the name of this episode?
I don't hope not.
Coke bottle dog?
Coke bottle dog.
Well, that'd be all right. We'll go with that. That's fine. If you'd like to come up with a name for this episode of the MHOG, please contact us.
Yeah, send us a message on Facebook, tonight.
So, Rum.
Yeah.
What has happened with you?
I'm in a lot of pain right now.
Are you?
Did you pop any stitches?
No, it's, when you get a wound like that, sometimes it just seeps. It's seeping a lot right now. It's kind of
nice.
Not very nice.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I hurt. No, I didn't pop any stitches. I probably did more than I should have today. But what it is, what it is. Hopefully, when it heals up, it'll be a little bit. I'll have more maneuverability. I won't have that shooting pain anymore, which will be nice. But that's been in there for a long time. I just haven't been able to get, no one wanted to take a chance on it. And it's like, if it's not bothering you that much, leave it be type of shit. But I was like, well, fuck, it's lodging in between my vertebrae. You need to get this shit out. It's going to fucking crack my spine. This shit out. So they finally did. And now I got, Amy has to go in for surgery to Friday. So.
Joy.
Yeah, so this has been a shitty year so far. The only thing I've got looking forward to right now is vacation. Hopefully everything goes well, and I'm keeping fingers crossed. So,
when is that?
Vacation for us will be March 26th through April 18th.
Oh wow! So you're gonna get you're coming. You'll be back in the States 5 days before I leave or something like that.
Probably. Yeah.
No, I leave on April 22nd or something.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
You're heading where?
Jamaica, it's just the Caribbean in general.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do in Jamaica?
Fuck, I don't know.
Well, there you go. That's have a goal. Have a goal.
No,
I'm proud of you.
I mean, why?
I heard they do that down there.
Yeah, I think so.
I watched a couple do that last time I was in Jamaica.
Nice.
No, we'll probably just go to the beaches, stuff like
that's
that.
nice, you know. You know what's funny is I'm really kind of excited on this trip. I know there's going to be some beaches, different type of beaches, you know, but I guess
blonde beaches, brunette beaches.
Yeah, plenty of beaches in the house.
Beaches everywhere. I'm not much of a sand person. I don't like beaches a lot. I go to the beach here. I'm in jeans. I'm in boots. I'm in a t-shirt.
Well, I
sit in a chair and I look at water. I'm like, oh, look, water. I saw this earlier when I was at work.
Okay, but here's the thing: like the sand isn't the same everywhere. Like,
no, you're absolutely right.
I find Mexican sand is wonderful because it's not coarse; it's very, very fine.
I like a white sugar sand.
Yeah,
that's nice. I don't know. I've never been to the beaches we're going to up here around this section of the Mediterranean, so I don't know. They may have black volcanic sand, which would be fine.
Oh, nice.
All right, Rob, I got a question.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all are going to be in Europe.
Yes.
Where people do as the Romans do and all that. If you run across a nude beach,
are you going to do it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm proud of you. I think you should do it.
I'd do that. That's fine. I mean, I'm not going to go seeking one out or anything, but if it's there, I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it'd be nice. You'll take off all your clothes and somebody will yell out, "Hey, look, a Coke bottle."
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
I'd like to buy a world of Coke. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here, take it in perfect harmony. In harmony, she's nice.
This is a new meaning to the share a Coke.
Share a Coke. But no, I really wish this would be a type of trip that we could all kind of go on. You know what I mean? I think it'd be nice. I'd like to, Wayne hits that, scratch off for $10 million.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna pay for the whole thing. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, we could always still plan some sort of cabin trip.
I still like the cabin idea,
even if it was just for a weekend or something.
Sure,
yeah.
But we should do it like a cabin on like a kind of like somewhere maybe like, I don't know, nice, along a lake, I think a lake,
Crystal Lake.
I think a lake would be better, instead of a stream, because then we have to walk back. If you're in a lake, you're just in a lake.
How about Crystal
Lake?
Well,
they got a bunch of like really nice ones in northern Georgia near the Smokies.
Yeah. Helen, Georgia is very, very nice. It's a little German town. They've got lots of cabins and lakes and like lazy rivers that go into lake to another lake to another lake. Just kind of cool. You can actually lazy river through the town, which is kind of cool.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. I think we had looked at them before. I think to rent the cabins is for a week for like a 2-bedroom cabin. For a 2-bedroom, it's like $140 for the week.
Wow.
So but they have bigger ones, but for a 2-bedroom, it's under 40.
That's pretty cool.
It's never really that much when you have multiple people. It's splits up quick. You spend more just getting there than you do for
staying
in a cabin.
Right.
Nice. We should do that. That'll be fun. Let's figure it out. Whenever you guys get off your world tours, we can figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna. I've made the decision that I'm going to do the trip. I've been watching a lot of PBS. They have those weird travel shows.
That's a PBS. Fucking shocker.
Yeah, but they have these. It's like there's this one guy. Trip? Yeah, well, they have this one guy which I like to watch because he cracks me up. He's absolutely ridiculous. It's so bad. The production is so horrible, but it's like watching a train wreck every time you watch it. The guys, and he's like famous. He's like the Bob Ross of traveling. His name is Rick Steves.
Oh, it sounds like a guy who talks like this.
He does. He goes, "Hello, I'm Rick Steves, and today I'm in Austria."
It's so cool.
You know, he just does this thing. So I've decided I want to record our trip like we're doing a PBS special.
Badly. Beautiful, beautiful.
So I'm going to take the video camera and we're going to be doing this, and I'll be standing there and be like, "Hello and welcome to our European vacation." Be very choppy. I think it'd be funny.
Are you going to use the vacation theme?
I don't know. No, I don't want to use like. I think I'll find something to use as a theme. Maybe something.
You could go with the Bangles.
The
vacation, all I ever want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do something like that.
Vacation time to get away.
Woo!
Yeah, that'd be fun. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that's what I want to do.
Nice.
So I think it'd be funny. And you know what? It should really annoy everybody around me. So
I like it. I like it. Yeah. I like it. And maybe we can get a little excerpts like we did before.
Yeah, I figure we'd do Where in the World is a Rum Guy.
Fuck yeah. People like that. That was good stuff.
Yeah, I can give the interview people a call and see if they
see if they're willing to do it again. Sweet.
Yeah. You should buy a Make America Great Again hat and like just find random foreigners. Well, I guess they won't be you'd be the foreigner there.
Right.
But random people from those other countries and take selfies with them wearing the hat. But you make them wear the hat.
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
That would be funny.
So I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna bring it down to a sad note.
Bring it down quickly.
I don't know if any of you guys read that the Cranberry singer died.
Dolores O'Riordan.
Yeah, she died.
God damn it, Wayne. He said nothing else to do about the cranberries. Now leave it go.
That's fucking funny. I'm sure he would eat that cranberry. Anyway.
Not as she is now.
No, not now. No, that's
bad.
Gross. Yeah. But
I mean, I might lick it just to see what it tastes like. Salty.
Eat that cranberry, never have another kidney stone.
Right?
No, that album, I can never remember what the name of the album is, but I think it was their second album had Zombie.
It was
like the album was called Linger.
Linger was the first song off that album.
Yeah.
But they actually had like 4 or 5 hits off that. One of them, oddly enough, I had the urge to watch the new Karate Kid, not the Jaden Smith bullshit, but the one with Hilary Swank.
Nice, yes.
And I don't know if you remember, but one of the songs from that album is in that movie.
I don't remember that.
Like, no, because I only thought that band ever did songs.
The movie, at some point, Hilary Swank and Mr. Miyagi go to a Buddhist monk
for anal.
No. A monastery. They go to a monastery somewhere in Cal. There's a Buddhist monk monastery in California that they go to, and hilarity ensues. But at some point, she goes to do her kata, the like exercises, and so she starts playing that. Oh, my life is changing every day, every possible way.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Cranberry song.
Yeah,
that was the Cranberry.
Stupid group of
10,000 Maniacs.
No.
It was a brunette chick. There was another band that was like that, the Cranberries.
Maybe
they had
the Trash or Garbage.
No, I like Garbage.
Trash. That's my favorite right there. I want the new Trash album.
You know that band Trash?
I mean, it's same difference.
That band Rubbish. I was
anyway
Rubbish in the 90s.
That was so good.
That song, she's playing that song, and the monks start dancing to it.
Because that's what they do.
It's shitty, but it's funny. There's a line where she's like, "Mr. Miyagi, what are they doing?" And she said, I thought these were like spiritual leaders. And he goes, "Never trust spiritual leader that can't dance."
So bad. So bad.
It would have been better if he would have said, they can dance if they want to.
But you have to leave your friends behind.
She did. So, but no, when I was 16,
the Cranberry Singers
I was severely depressed and suicidal, I used to listen to that album like
because that's helpful, Adam. That was a great album for that.
I was depressed. What do you want? And actually, I still love that album. It's a beautiful album.
I guess, I don't know. People in their different musical tastes. I appreciate that and I respect that. It's just, what a weird choice.
I don't know. It was a good record.
Rum, I used to have a 6 foot by 4 foot Tori Amos poster on my wall.
Wow.
I had a 6 foot tall, realistic cardboard cutout of Jessica Rabbit.
I had a 6 foot Iron Maiden poster on my door.
Did it have a hole in the middle?
I will never tell.
and in the wall?
It had a lot of creases.
I'm not bad. I just had a Coke bottle drawn on
Yeah, right? Coke bottle! Well, anyway, she died, 46 years old. She left 3 kids behind, and now it's coming out that it was a fentanyl overdose.
Were they her kids?
Yeah, and it was deliberate. So we're thinking she committed suicide.
I wonder if that's messed up. That's fucked up.
Yep.
What's fentanyl? What is
fentanyl? Fentanyl is a like a pain medication. It's
the new pill version of heroin.
Not really.
Kind of. I mean, it's actually more of an epidemic in this stage of the game than heroin is.
We use it in our clinics for dogs sometimes. Like we use fentanyl patches.
It gets them excited when you cut their nails.
It does, and yeah. So it's like a sedative. That's terrible.
I could use that patch.
You want to get a dog excited? The fuck is wrong with you?
I got an excited dog right now.
Oh, I bet you do.
That's better than a chili dog.
That's it.
Go on.
Well, you could get a chili dog though. Ugh, that's so disgusting.
Well, this has been fun, man. We haven't done this in a while.
I know, dude. It's been a relief. It's like
it has been.
Well, I am sad to hear that Dolores O'Riordan committed suicide.
Me too.
It is very sad, and it's a shame, but it seems to be a trend
it's
anymore.
It's a big trend now.
Yeah, well, I don't have time for it. I got shit to do.
Fucking Kurt Cobain started that shit.
Fuck him. I remember when they had that fucking candlelit vigil
Jesus,
at the college.
Man. I mean, look, don't get me wrong.
I was like, why aren't we lighting candles? They're like, Kurt Cobain's dead. He said he was going to shoot himself with a gun.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to follow up on that, Rum, because I'm with you. Because there's one. Look, I'm not pretending that Nirvana wasn't a great band, and I enjoy a lot of their music, but I hate how Nirvana is like shorthand for people now for like, oh, like if you're cool if you know Nirvana. Like they have this fucking movie that I kind of enjoy, but it's a romantic comedy it's called fuck, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a Ryan Reynolds movie where he's talking about he's telling his daughter the story of how he met the girl's mother, and at some point he meets this girl played by Isla Fisher, and it's set during the early 90s, and she's like, yeah, I was just gonna go back and listen to Nirvana's new album, and he's like, what's Nirvana? She's like, oh my god, you don't know Nirvana? Let me introduce you to you. You know,
well, dude, like, I mean, if it's set in the 90s, that's what a lot of people did.
Yeah, douchebags. Like it's.
What are you talking about?
Great band, but the way like people act like, oh, it's like the first time. And don't get me wrong, I don't really care for the Beatles as much as people fucking say they do. Like, but people just act like I love great music, and great music should affect you. But when people act like you're gonna fucking jizz because you heard a fucking album that's good,
or you had the fentanyl patch,
right?
Or you had the fentanyl patch, and you got a dog and a Coke bottle, and it's
well, look,
and Paul's and you're staring at Paul, and you just can't help but come.
I have to disagree. I have to disagree with you. Because if the shit is set...
You're a douchebag?
No, because if the shit is set in the 90s, then of course they're going to be like, oh, you got to hear this fucking band. I mean, I don't. What are you talking about? It's not like it's set now. If it was set now and somebody was like, "Oh my God, you don't know who Nirvana is? You're fucking stupid." No, I mean, first of all, you would be stupid if you didn't know who fucking Nirvana was.
First of all, I'm sure there are people that do that. Secondly, I'm not disputing that like that they're a great band or that people wouldn't have been amazed by them in the '90s. I'm just saying, acting like they're the fucking second coming. It's bad. It's a great band.
Back on that again. God.
What?
He only came once.
No, because I listened to Nirvana, and you got to come twice when you listen to Nirvana.
Ah.
No, it's just such a douchebag thing. Oh my God, you haven't listened to Nirvana? It's like it's gonna change your mind, man.
Yeah. Well, people think that.
Rum's got to go.
A lot of people.
Yeah, I gotta go, guys. I gotta change this bandage.
That's cool, man. All right, well, that's code for diaper.
Yes.
So. Anyway, we're back. Thank you guys for joining us. And I was your host, Wayne.
I've been Adam.
I've been many people tonight, but today I'm Rum.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, to keep it metal.
Fuck Skype.
Fuck yeah!
That's it.
Get the fuck